Well, the residents have blockaded many roads by protesting. Could this protest be linked to a joint illegal electricity connection, an operation that was conducted by the JMPD and City Power in that area recently? I'm now joined by City Power spokesperson Isaac Mangena just to give us more details. Isaac, I wonder if you were able to hear what that resident in Soweto is saying, and if you're able to respond. They're saying that they're adamant that there is no illegal connection that took place where officials cut off the power.
Thanks for having us, and good afternoon to the viewers at home. We do know about this area of Power Park where we've got informal settlements behind the formalized houses around Joshko Flats and also some houses nearby. The area is an informal settlement that has not been proclaimed by the Department of Housing. It has not been proclaimed as a residential area where municipal services should be provided to the residents. So that's why we basically went to the area to cut them off because of the illegal connections and the problems that we're facing in the area, Masero. On Friday, in fact, we held a meeting with the community there. The formalized houses, those that have got formal electricity, who basically complained about the frequent outages in the area and the fact that their electricity is not stable. Often they actually even have a higher or lower than normal circuit, going on in their network, which basically bent some of their infrastructure and so forth. So the reason why we went was, after that meeting, we agreed with the residents that we will come and basically cut off illegal connections in the area, which is what we did yesterday. We were surprised today when the very same community basically took to the streets, but we realized later that these are the people that are staying in the informal settlements.
What's the solution then when it comes to this? Because usually what happens is City Power will go there with JMPD, etc., cut off the power, and residents, if they do this, will ordinarily find another way to reconnect themselves.
Look, the solution, which is part of what we gave to the residents, maybe I should start by saying this is not the first time we went there to do this cut-offs, the illegal cut-offs. And you are right that immediately when we leave, they basically find a way to reconnect themselves. But we have been talking to the law enforcement agencies because, remember, our primary goal is to provide electricity, is to provide the service of electricity to the residents. The law enforcement, when somebody breaks the bylaws or breaks the law, they need to be dealt with by the law enforcement agencies. And our view is that immediately after we do the cut-offs, the police and the Metro Police should remain, so that whoever reconnect themselves to the network, they are breaking the law, they are breaking the bylaws, and they really need to be arrested. But as City Power and our revenue protection unit, we're not going to get tired to basically revisit that area. We are still in the area, should there be any reconnections that are happening. But we're also working with GFIS, because what we have found on the ground, and even on Friday in the meeting, was that there are people that are actually connecting the informal settlements and rent out that cable and make sure that they pay them rent for illegal electricity that they're having. Another solution that we gave to the community on Friday was to say that they need to basically approach Department of Housing, because City Power is not in a position to proclaim the land that was illegally occupied and illegally basically condone illegality by providing service of electricity. They need to basically go through the Department of Housing so that they can be able to put their claim on the table, and the Department of Housing will basically say this land does not belong to Maseko Ratlaga. This land, it belongs to the city or even government, and we can provide electricity. So currently, as things are, those people are not legally connected, and that's why we acted the way we did.
And usually it would be children who get hurt, for instance, if anything goes wrong. But Mr. Mangena, just tell me, how rife is this problem in Soweto of illegal connections, particularly to the residents that City Power supplies? We already know that there's a power crisis when it comes to Soweto. They have a huge debt that they've said that they are unable to pay. So how huge is illegal connection issues in Soweto?
Look, the issue of illegal connections is rife across the city of Johannesburg, not only Soweto, because we are not even supplying most of Soweto. We are supplying just Power Park, Orlando, parts of Orlando East, and even Pimville and Baragwanath Hospital, and the rest is supplied by Eskom. But across the city of Johannesburg, the issue of illegal connection is huge. We've got about, on the last count, we had about 231 to 235 informal settlements across the city of Johannesburg. Most of those have not been basically connected with services from the city of Johannesburg. So it means that they are stealing electricity from the city of Johannesburg. And as you rightfully pointed out, this has actually basically not only cost us a lot of money as the city, but it has actually led to fatalities where children playing around touch those bare wires and get electrocuted. Even the area where we did the cutoff, the Power Park area, there have been electrocutions that have happened in that area. There have been instances where our guys were shot at by the community from that informal settlement when they responded to some of the complaints from the formalized houses. So it's a very serious problem that we're having, but it's one that we as City Power really find at the tail end, because it doesn't start with us. It starts with the issue of the city of Johannesburg being very attractive in terms of jobs and people coming to the city without any place to stay. And when they find an open space, they erect shacks and they connect themselves to the services. So that's something that really needs to be addressed from that level before us as the service providers can actually come through. But unfortunately, we find situations where this informal settlements mushroom everywhere across the city of Johannesburg, and we as the City Power have to deal with people that are actually stealing the electricity and vandalizing our infrastructure.
All right, Isaac Mangena, thank you very much for your time here on ENCA. He's the spokesperson of City Power. Let's take you to a short ad break. Don't go anywhere. We've got more news for you on all angles.